special edition of 4M1T reviewing or previewing the big games in the next coming days. Starting out with the Europa League final. We have got Villareal versus Manchester United. Chris, I'm coming to you first because I feel like you're the same as me. Judging on the end of our season, are you as apprehensive as I am now? Because a couple of weeks ago, I was really, really confident that, we're going to piss this. And now, I am not so sure anymore.
I'm 100% confident that we will beat Villareal. 100% confident. We could have lost the last 10 games of the season. I would be 100% confident we are going to beat Villareal. I just do not think, even though they've made the final Europa League, there is nothing that they offer us whatsoever. And if it goes wrong and they beat us, I will never ever live this down. But there's just nothing that I have seen off them all season that makes me think, I've got to worry about them. Even the semi-final against Arsenal. Arsenal fought the semi-final. Villareal didn't win it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is literally all I got to say. I think we're going to hammer him. I think it's going to be like 3-4-0.
I hope you're fucking right, mate. I watched them against Real Madrid on the weekend, and if it was two late goals that got Real Madrid the game, like Villarreal absolutely battered them. Like, they're no mugs.
This is Real Madrid at the moment, though. It's not the Real Madrid that we've come to know and love. This isn't the Man United, though. We should still have enough, though, to beat. I mean, apart from the centre-back that we're looking at, what's his bloody name?
Pau Torres.
Pau Torres, that's it. So I apologise. Too much brain trauma, getting punched in the head over the years. I just don't... I think they've just got a very ordinary team.
Gerard Moreno is the danger man for me. Gerard Moreno is fantastic. He kind of just plays a bit off Paco Alcacer. Like, starts out wide and then just drifts in. I think he's unreal. I think Danny Parejo, who's come in to replace Cazorla this season, unreal. But yeah, Pau Torres, I do think we'll win, but off our last few games, I am not as confident as I was. Josh, as a neutral, mate, where are you standing on this?
I'm fairly confident that Man United are going to win. I watched both legs of the semi-final against Arsenal and agree with what Colin said. I feel like that was Arsenal's fault that they didn't get through, really. I mean, first leg, dreadful performance. Second leg, they just needed a goal in order to get, snatch the victory and get through to the final. And, they didn't. So,
yeah,
that was Arsenal's fault that they didn't make it against you. I mean, Villareal... They've been one of those teams that always is they're on the fringes of Europa League for years, aren't they? They've never maybe had one or two pushes for Champions League qualification. I think they played Everton in Champions League qualifier, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not bitter about that, by the way. But yeah, they're an average, slightly above average team, and Man United on the day are an excellent team. And I think if they perform the way that we hope and expect them to, then it should be comfortable. I'm maybe not expecting 3 or 4 from United. I might say a comfortable 2-0 victory. And you'd be happy with that, I think. So, yeah, my prediction is a nice, comfortable 2-0.
I'm going to go with a 2-1. I do think they'll score. I do think, yeah, of course they will. I do think we've got enough. Side note, do we see this as De Gea's last game in the United shirt?
Yeah. He's gone.
Yeah.
I saw some rumours about Henderson being looked at by other teams.
Bollocks.
Is that what's that all about? Is that people just trying to stir the pot?
It was because De Gea played the last home game of the season, and that was paper talk saying, United have changed their mind and Henderson's going to go on De Gea's state. No, it wasn't. That was De Gea's send-off. As soon as I saw that starting lineup and I saw all them kids and then De Gea, I was like, yeah, that is send-off, that.
Who do you think he'll go to then?
PSG.
It's a difficult one.
Keeper's decent, though.
There's no team, there's no top team that needs a goalkeeper. This is where the issue lies with De Gea, that there isn't actually anywhere for him to go. He would have to take a step down if he's going back to Spain and go to a Sevilla or Valencia, even like a Villareal. Like, he's going to have to take that step down because Juventus is also a shout. I've seen Juventus thrown about because I don't think they're happy with Szczesny anymore.
Why would you be?
Well, yeah, exactly. So Juventus is a fantastic shout, but that also then lies on where Donnarumma's going.
Yeah.
Everton.
Which is interesting. But yeah, that's the transfer talk for another day. Everton, yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
More than likely get Szczesny from Juve.
Yeah. Can't be as bad as Pickford. Right, so we're all going Man United. On to the other side of Manchester then, the Champions League final. I don't want to win.
Yeah, that's the best of two evils for you, isn't it?
Yeah, like Chelsea winning this is my... Sorry to all my mates that are City fans, but I'm Chelsea for this. I don't... Like, this is the one thing we've still got over years. Like, you've been serial bottle jobs throughout this whole time in Europe. Just do it one more time, please. Unfortunately, even after the FA Cup, I can't see it. I think City have just got just a little bit too much.
I'm not asked. Like, all right, so City win the Champions League this weekend. Win 3 more. Then we'll talk.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If they win one, they will win 3 more.
Nah. Not concerned about that whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, it's took this long for you to get to one Champions League final, and they've been incredible this season, City. I think Chelsea got the number. I've seen it all season. Tuchel just knows how to set up against Pep Guardiola and that team.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly expecting Chelsea to do it again to him. I think either a 1-0 or a 2-1 tight game. Odd goal.
Interesting. Interesting. Josh?
I can't see past Man City. I think I agree 100% with what Colin says about Tuchel having Pep Guardiola's number when it comes to tactics. But I think Pep, has other things up his sleeve, and he's just got class in abundance with that squad. So I think he could mix it up a little bit, try and catch Tuchel off guard with something. I mean, the guy doesn't get to where he is in management without having a plan B or a plan C or a plan D. So, Man City have been unbelievable all year. Chelsea have been a little bit hit and miss at the back end of the season, and I'm gonna punt for Man City. But I also think it'll be a cagey affair, like you, Colin. So I'll say a 2-1 Man City win.
I can see this one going to extra time. I can see it being a 0-0 up until extra time. Like the plan B options is the best way to describe it, isn't it? You look at Chelsea, they either start with Giroud and they bring Werner off the bench who can't score, or you start with Werner that can't score and you bring Giroud off the bench. Whereas if you're City, you start with Jesus, you've then got Aguero, Mahrez, Foden, Sterling, De Bruyne, Gundogan, who can all slot into that number 9 slot. City's depth is unreal, but Tuchel's management, and especially in the games against City, is really interesting. It all depends on whether Pep decides to try and match him or not. I think if Pep tries to match Chelsea, Chelsea win this final.
Yeah, they just need to play their own game.
Yeah.
Not be dragged down by Chelsea and their tactics.
Agreed.
It's interesting you say that, and I'll sign off on this because I've got to shoot. But Werner's got to start for me. I think the way that Chelsea are going to hurt City in this game, and the way that City have been hurt by any team this season, is speed. You've got to be quick, and you've got to have players who are quick running in behind. And Werner is the exact type of player that City hate defending against. It's the same way that we tore them apart, United, earlier in the season, that quick counter-attacking football where we can beat the press and get in behind them quickly. You're not going to do that with Giroud. Giroud's the target man that they can deal with all day long. Diaz and Stones will eat Giroud alive. Werner is in a foot race against them two, will cause them all sorts of problems. They're going to have to go with speed. That's how Chelsea get it done. And on that note, Brentford to win the playoff final. Yeah, boy! But Swansea will probably win it. See you later.
Hey, mate.
Like I say, well, that will finish it off nicely with me and you, Josh. Brentford versus Swansea. Who's joining us in the Premier League?
I would like to see Brentford purely because they've never been in the Premier League, and that is the only reason why. Because, I like Swansea when they were in the Premier League. I like having a Welsh club in the Premier League. If it's not Cardiff, it's Swansea. So So yeah, I'm going to go for Brentford just so that they've had a chance.
Yeah, I think I agree as well. Obviously, listener of the show, Jack, massive Brentford fan, just got his Wembley tickets today, so absolutely buzzing.
Wow.
Hope for his sake it's not a trip wasted.
Yeah.
Because he lives in Newcastle, so he's going all that way.
God, that's class.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely class. I do want to see a new team. I want to see, like, we like it. We want, we all want Barnsley to come up, even if we get better. Like, we want to see Barnsley come up. So yeah, I'm hoping Brentford. I do think Brentford as well. I don't think Swansea have just got it in them.
I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed if either team came up, but because I like Swansea, but yeah, Brentford just so they've had a crack at the whip.
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts. So as much as I said on Monday, up the Swans, I am actually up the Bees.
So what have we got for them? Are we having a little treble on this? Are we going to go United, City, and Brentford treble?
Yeah, I think I might have that.
Yeah, I'll have a little look at that.
Probably about fucking 3-1. It's all the favourites, isn't it?
Yeah, odds on.
And on that note, then we are calling this very short edition of 4M1T, cutting it very short. So thank you very much for joining us. Follow us on all our socials at We Are 4M1T. Search for us on YouTube, 4Manx1Toffee. Share us on Spotify. You know the drill by now. And from myself and Josh, any last parting words, mate?
I hope you all enjoyed the podcast, guys. And the football that you're just about to watch on Wednesday is whatever game you watch is class. And there's plenty of goals.
Absolutely. And then after that, it's full steam ahead to the Euros, baby.